Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's Tool Talk is going to be about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Weird random things that I picked up that I saw on sale because I spent a lot of the last weekend, just scrolling through lightning deals and all those kinds of things. So I come across some things that maybe I wasn't even looking for. And most of the time, for the most part, I didn't really think this Black Friday had a lot of really crazy deals, but things were like $5 cheaper or something like that, which $5 is $5. If you buy 15 things, that adds up pretty quick. And I don't know about you guys, but my front porch for the last week or so has just looked like the Amazon hub out there. I don't know if any of y'all been the same, but I thought I'd go ahead and make a video, go through some of these things that I picked up on sale, just so maybe you know that they're out there, and just it's a video of tools. I know some of you are interested in tools of all kinds like me. Maybe some of these things are something you didn't know was out there and it might be useful to you. And like I said, even though I got them on sale, for the most part, most of them aren't that much more money, even if you go buy them now, or just do like I do, add them to your Amazon wish list. At some point in time, they're going to go down in price again. But let's go ahead and talk about some of these things that I picked up. The first thing that I'm going to show you is one of the most recent things that I got in the mail, and because this was a Cyber Monday deal, and this one's by Goldblatt. I guess that's how you say it, Goldblatt, I don't know. But this is a trim puller, and it's different than, I've had these for a while. I've even got a smaller one, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where that is. It's the Zenith trim puller. I really like these, and these work to where when you hammer this down behind your baseboard, this right here wedges it out, but it keeps you from pushing into the wall. I like the smaller one better than this one for baseboard and things like that. Well, this is their version of this, and it's actually better than this one as far as size. I still like my smaller version of this because this is pretty big. Let me see. Let me get a tape measure real fast. So yeah, you're looking at roughly 4 inches wide, and then this is another 4.5 inches tall or something like that. Same kind of concept. If I pry this back, you get that same kind of look, kind of what you have here, except it's prying in the, kind of opposite direction. But I really like this one because you can stick that in there, and then when you pry like this against your baseboard or whatever it is, it doesn't really press so much on this as much as that Zenith one does. They both work really well. Neither one of them's bad. Now this one, normal price is $32. And that's what it's actually been, because sometimes that regular price on Amazon is not really right. That's Amazon's regular price, but it's not really the price. But I got this for $20.79 on sale on Cyber Monday. And though I like this for trim, what this works fabulous for is tile and hardwood floors. Flooring is what I bought this for, because this is what I've seen my buddy using it for. Works phenomenal for getting up like hardwood floor that's glued down. You can take your hammer this up in underneath of it, and then it gives you all that leverage while that stays against your subfloor to pry stuff up, and you can just move it along down the line. So if you don't have one of these, again, I didn't really have anything around my house that I was willing to just tear up just for giggles, just to show you how it works. I mean, you can see, you hammer this down behind your baseboard or flooring or whatever it is you're using, it basically gives you that pry bar action while that stays in place. It works really well. So that's the Goldblatt. Again, I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't even remember what the name for it is, but it's their trim pry bar or something along the lines like that. But really good tool. If you do a lot of trim, a lot of flooring removal, a lot of any kind of demo, this is a nice tool to have. The next thing that I picked up was some crown stops for my 10-inch Milwaukee miter saw. Now these aren't Milwaukee branded, but it's actually pretty hard to find Milwaukee branded miter stops for your miter saw. But these have been in my wish list for quite some time. I think I had them for like $25 is what they were when I put them in there. But on Black Friday, they went down to $12, and then also with a 10% off coupon. So I got these for like less than $10 or right around $10. I can't really remember. So whatever $12 is minus $1.20, so be, right around in that $10 range. They work really well. You just basically can set your crown by sliding this up against it, tightening down a knob. You can see there, it's just your basic crown stop. But I will say these do fit really well. I'll put a link in the description because there's a bunch of different brands out there. Like I said, it's very rare to actually find the real Milwaukee ones, but there's several different versions of these out there, but I think they're all identical. But in case you've been like me, I had 2 or 3 of them in my wish list, just watching the price on all of them. I know that this brand fits pretty good. They seem like they're going to work really well. So I did get me some crown stops for my 10-inch Milwaukee miter saw. Then one of my next tools actually deals with Sharkbite connectors. So if you guys deal with Sharkbites very much, whether you use them or whether you remove them or whatever you do with them, I know it's a love-hate relationship with a lot of people. I actually use a lot of the Sharkbite caps like this as temporary things, as my stops, instead of crimping on something on a PEX pipe with a crimp, because I do a lot of PEX B. But instead of crimping something on, I just go ahead and use these as temporary things, because then I can remove them, reuse them, throw them right back in my bag. It's not a waste. I'm not wasting a crimp ring. I'm not buying a cap. To me, that's just a waste of money to do all that with the PEX, because I'm just going to throw that away. It just seems silly. Whereas with this, I've always had this pair of these little cheap things. You can buy these at Home Depot and Lowe's, either one. And, you know, I always get up there and I got to figure out which side goes on the fitting, which side goes on one side. You can pull them together and then pull that off. It gives you that release. They work fairly well. Certain situations, if it's tight or in a tight spot, or for some reason to certain times, these don't really pinch as well as maybe some other ones might would. I had been eyeballing the Sharkbite brand version of a pair of pliers like this for quite some time. I've had them in my wish list. $64. I'm like, man, I'm going to keep using these. For $64, I wasn't going to make the change, but then I came across these ICrimps. It's the CRQ02, and they do 1 inch, 3/4, and 1/2 inch. They also mark which side goes on your pipe side and then which side goes on the fitting side there. I like that because then that's just easy to go to and I don't have to sit there and flip around a lot. But it's very simple. I got the pipe there. You put that on the pipe size, and now it's basically a pair of pliers. You get a lot of grip strength there, and I mean, it comes right off. And then even if you're going to install them, it kind of makes it to where you slide it on the pipe even easier, and then you know you're fully seated, because I'm sitting there pressing down. I'm as far as I can go. Sometimes when you push them in, if you don't mark them like you're supposed to, you don't really know. So 18 bucks I think is what I got these for. I think it was $16.79. I think the regular price on them might have been like $18, $19. So it wasn't like it was a big savings, but I only came across these because I was actually searching for some PEX stuff, and this came up in the listing. It was a Black Friday deal, and I think for $16, I'd 10 times rather have the pair of this than having these things, because one is, I don't even have to carry this one for a 3/4 and a 1/2 inch and all those, because this does all three at one time, and it's just a whole lot easier to use. I mean, it's not like it's drastically easier, but it's a real tool instead of just some kind of a piece of metal bent in the shape of a U for you to be able to use it like that. So that's the ICrimp CRQ02. Again, I got it for $16.79. I can't remember what the regular price on it was. I think it was somewhere around $21 or, you know, something like that. But the Sharkbite version of the very same thing, maybe it works crazy well. I can't imagine it's any better than this. $65. I mean, that's a big savings right there with this tool. And this brand is the same brand that I've got my PEX crimpers in, and they work really well too. I really do like this brand. So that's the ICrimp. And while I'm talking about plumbing, this isn't a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday deal, but I was searching for PEX, a certain type of valve that I was looking for, and I just came across these normal 1/2 inch ball valves. These are yellow. I think they might have red and blue, but these were the cheapest ones. I was needing several of these too for a job, just to break up some water piping at a customer's house so they could shut off, you know, things more independently than they could before. And one of these at Home Depot cost you around 10 bucks. It's like $9 and some odd cents for the same exact thing. Like I said, it might have a blue handle, might have a red handle if that's what you want. I think you can still get that. But 10 of these on Amazon of this exact valve right here is $30. So $3 a piece instead of $10 a piece. So I also have noticed the same thing for shut-off valves that you actually use for your supply lines and things like that, whether it's compression, whether it's PEX like this, even your supply lines. Those are a lot cheaper, the braided kind, the stainless kind. Now, whether or not you want to trust whatever those certain brands are, but I guarantee you they're the same ones that are in the box stores. I didn't know this until this, but if you've got the time period that you don't have to have it that day, and you've got the time, I mean, you're talking about you get 10 valves for the price of 3. That's quite a saving. So I'm just letting you guys know that while I was talking about plumbing. These were sitting out here on my bench. It made me think of it, so that's why I threw it down here, just to give y'all a heads up on that. So you might want to check plumbing supplies on Amazon. If you're in that field at all, you might save some serious money. Then the next tool that I picked up is by Black Robot. It's a 6-piece impact set. And I think I came across this searching GearWrench because I started noticing most of GearWrench's stuff was on Black Friday deal. So I just typed in GearWrench and was seeing what all they had on sale. And this came up kind of as an option. And what this is a universal joint adapter set. And it's basically a 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 inch along with a thing that you can take and put in your impact for these as well. So you can use them on a ratchet, or you can take and you can put them in an impact driver like that. But it's basically, if I have the 1/2 inch one here, it gives you that swivel action. So I can now take 1/2 inch socket, put it on there, and then I get that degrees where I can kind of spin it into a tough to reach space sometimes, maybe if I can't go straight in somewhere. So again, I have that on the 3/8, 1/4 inch, and the 1/2 inch, all three sizes doing the same exact thing. And then I can also take this, put it into this piece right here, and then now I can take and put that in my impact if I want to, and use it like that. So I think this is a good set just to have. I got this for, I think it was $18.39. Regular price was $25. Had to look over at my notes. I wrote most of these down, but it's a good set because I liked it because it was in a case. I saw some other ones that weren't in a case, but this is something that I'm going to take and just put in my drawer in my truck of attachments and things like that I use that are like this, that I put in my drills. I can also use this with my 3/8 socket sets and 1/4 inch socket sets that I carry on me all the time. So I think it's a pretty good fit, again, for $16.79 to get something that works with all three socket sizes in a package like that. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So that's the Black Robot, and again, I think it's called the Universal Joint Adapter Set, but again, I'll put links down in the description for all these things, but that's one of the tools that I picked up as well. And then speaking of GearWrench, like I said, they had a lot of things on sale for Black Friday, so I searched GearWrench. This wasn't one of those particular things. This one wasn't on sale, but I got this for $18.99. I came across it while I was looking for GearWrench, and it is a kneeling pad, and it is 16 by 24. It's got a foam compartment there just for you to be able to drop stuff in, you know, while you're kneeling on something, just to keep it from rolling off. And then on top of that, this one over here, this one's magnetic, so it will hold, you know, a socket or whatever you want to, screws. I really like this for doorknobs and things like that. I just throw this down in front of a door. I've got a place to put all my hardware, place to put bits, things like that, whatever I want to do. It's not near as cushiony right now. I'm currently using a Husky one that I picked up at Home Depot. I like how thick it is, and the padding on it is great. This one's not quite as cushiony. Let me see how thick this one says that it is. It's right around barely over an inch, maybe 1 1/8 inches, but it is cushiony enough. I mean, it's definitely better than being on the ground. This one also says that it is oil and solvent resistant, and then again, it's got that magnetic compartment. So for 18 bucks, I think my Husky one at Home Depot, I think that run me $15 when I bought that. So for a few more dollars to get those compartments in it, I think that's kind of what makes it worthwhile for this one, for certain jobs that you know you're going to have hardware sitting in front of you, and it's better to me to throw it in here than to sit it on someone's hardwood floor or even their countertop or whatever. It's just a good place for it to go. I didn't know that this was a thing, and then I saw it while I was searching for GearWrench, so that's one of the tools that I picked up as well. And then one of the last things that I picked up was this hardware storage bin. You can see these all over the place. This one is a Acro Mills. It said it was normal price, $42. I think I got it on Black Friday price for $36. 44 drawers. It's got several small ones here. Has some big ones at the bottom. And then it also comes with some dividers. I haven't put them in any of them yet. They were tied to the back, but it doesn't come with enough dividers to use them for all of them. But you can buy dividers for this, which is another reason why I picked this one up. But in my hardware-ish drawer over here that I keep a lot of different hardwares that I have left over on jobs or ones I might need at some other time. But I keep a lot of small bags inside of things like this so that I don't have enough room to store like stuff like that. But if I've got like 15 screws of something left, I don't really like doing it in bins like this because it takes up so much room. So that's why I haven't even got a chance to do it yet. But things like hose clamp rings, just small sizes. I'm going to put small screws in here. These do kind of stay in there, but you can pull up and pull them out and take them with you and do whatever you want to do with that. So again, it had a lot of these small ones and also some bigger ones that you can put some dividers in. So I picked that up on sale too. I don't know if there's some better brands of these out there. I looked at the Harbor Freight ones, but my Harbor Freight store didn't have any. And I just went ahead and ordered this on Amazon. It had really good reviews, so I picked it up, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I've got it mounted to the wall here. It's got some spots on the back where you can do that. So if y'all have a better idea for small, like if I've got, sometimes I go buy screws and then I got like 15 of them left, and I don't want to put them in a Milwaukee bin or in a container, so that way I can just put them in a drawer like this. And then I don't even know if I'm going to mess with labeling them, because it's probably going to be something that's going to change as I use them. But that's one of the last things that I picked up, along with all these other things that we just talked about. But I am curious to know, what did you guys get for Black Friday? That's another reason why I'm making this video. I don't have a lot of friends that go crazy buying tools like all get out, so maybe there were some really good Black Friday deals that I missed out on. But I'd still like to know what you got, because I just like to know what kind of tools people are picking up, what kind of sales, what kind of deals they got. So let me know that in the comments below. Let us know that in the comments below. Let me know if you have any of these tools that I mentioned, how well you like them, because they're new to me. Maybe you've had them for a while and you know more about them than I do. Drop that in the comments below as well. But hope this was interesting. Hope it helps. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.